The Champions League is back this week with 4 games are set to be played on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, we will have Arsenal welcoming Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium, and Real Madrid will be welcoming the reigning champions Manchester City at the Bernabeu. On Wednesday, we will have PSG welcoming Barcelona, the Spanish Giants, at the Parc des Princes, and Atletico de Madrid will be welcoming Borussia Dortmund at the Wanda Metropolitan Stadium. So 4 games to be played and a chance for the semi-finals of the Champions League awaits us. So straight into it, I will be discussing each and every game, and I am going to start with Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Arsenal are facing Bayern Munich at the Emirates Stadium in the Champions League quarterfinals with an aim to qualify for the semi-final and hoping to win their first ever Champions League. Arsenal have not won the Champions League and in their history, while Bayern Munich have won it 6 times in their history. So we know Bayern Munich have a taste of winning it, while Arsenal are still fighting to have a taste of winning the Champions League. The feeling of winning the Champions League, Arsenal haven't felt it yet, and this is the chance. They have a chance to feel it this year. Arsenal, in the last 4 games in all competitions, they have won 4 times and drawn once. In contrast to Bayern Munich, who have had a terrible and an unforgettable season, as they only had 3 wins and 2 losses. Their 2 losses comes respectively as they lost their 2 games in all competition. In overall meetings between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, they have met 14 times in competitive matches, or rather, I can see that they've met 14 times, and Arsenal have won 5 times, Bayern Munich have won 7 times, and they have drawn twice. In their last 5 meetings, Arsenal have won twice and Bayern Munich have won 3 times. The last time these 2 teams met was in a Champions Cup, and Arsenal won 2-1. It was not a competitive match. It was during the pre-season friendly games in Champions Cup where Arsenal won 2-1. The last time they met in a competitive match was back in 2017 in the Champions League, where Arsenal were beaten by Bayern Munich 10-2 on aggregate, Bayern Munich winning 5-1 each leg. So in 2017 was the last time these 2 teams met in a competitive game, where Bayern won the 2 games that they won both 2-leg games by 5 goals to 1. So Arsenal have had a history of Bayern Munich humiliating them in this stage of competition. But I think following Bayern Munich downgrading form and Arsenal rising form, I think Arsenal might have a chance to revenge their past meetings with Bayern, whom they have suffered in their hands. I think Arsenal, with their form and their current state of play, the way they're playing their football, the players they have, the likes of Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and their manager, that is Mikel Arteta, they have a chance to upset Bayern Munich once again in this stage of competition and qualify for the Champions League semi-final for this year. Domestically, Bayern Munich cannot win the Bundesliga for the first time in 11 years. They are going to miss out on the Bundesliga title for the first time in 11 years, as Bayer Leverkusen are looking set to win their first ever Bundesliga title. So it's a bit of upset for Bayern Munich, and Harry Kane, who left Spurs to join Bayern in search of his first ever trophy. He will be made to wait, or they have to beat Arsenal and beat Manchester City or Madrid in the semi-final and advance to final and win their 7th Champions League title and Harry Kane's first ever trophy. So Harry Kane has all to do against Arsenal and Real Madrid or Real Madrid or Man City in the semi-final for them to be in the final to try to win their 7th league title, their 7th Champions League title, and Harry Kane's first ever trophy. On the other hand, Arsenal are first in the league with 71 points. They are aiming to win their first Premier League title in over 2 decades, and they are 11 points with Liverpool and 1 point ahead of Manchester City. they're coming into this game with comfortable or with an advantage, having their won their last game against Brighton 3-0 away. So I'm backing Arsenal to win because Bayern Munich, this season I don't take them at all, and I think Arsenal are superior. And being that they're playing at home at the Emirates Stadium, they have the advantage, and they will eventually go on and win the game. So guys, I am backing Arsenal to come out and win against Bayern Munich. That is my own opinion. Let me know your opinion. What do you think? Will Bayern Munich continue with their perfect form against Arsenal, or will Arsenal end that and emerge as winners against Bayern Munich at the Emirates? Another exciting match to watch out on Tuesday is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. The 14 times winners Real Madrid are welcoming the one-time winner Manchester City, who are the reigning champions, having won their first ever Champions League trophy last season. They are aiming to add another second trophy into their Champions League cabinet, while Real Madrid are aiming to add the 15th Champions League trophy in their cabinet. Looking at their current form in the last 5 games, Real Madrid, they have won 3 times, they have drawn twice, while Manchester City, they have won 3 times and also they have drawn twice. So you can see how they've been performing domestically in other cup competitions. In overall meetings, these teams have met a total of 12 times, and Real Madrid have won 4 times and City have won 5 times. In the last 5 games, that is their last 5 meetings in all competitions, they have met 5 times in their last 5 games, and Madrid have won once, City have won 3 times, and they have drawn once. The last time these two teams met was back in 2023, not long ago, just last season, where these two teams met, and it was Manchester City who were the winners, as they won 4-0 at the Etihad Stadium and drawing 1-1 at the Bernabeu. So the last outing, Manchester City went out as the winners in this kind of fixture. But this is another new year, and domestically, Manchester City are third in the league with 70 points, while Real Madrid are first in their league as they are aiming to win yet another La Liga title. And also, Manchester City, the league is not yet over, and they are still aiming to win their 4th league title. Real Madrid and Manchester City is always an entertaining fixtures. And the last time, remember, the last time they met, those were also in 2021, where 2022. They also met in 2022, where Real Madrid were victorious. Remember when there was still the away goal rule in the Champions League. They won the second leg, having lost the first leg at the Etihad. They went to and won 3-1 at the Bernabeu, which I can tell that Real Madrid versus Man City, these are our heavyweights at the moment. Remember, Real Madrid are the heavyweights in this trophy, while Real Madrid, Manchester City, and they've been the best team for the past 5 years, and I think it's going to be an entertaining match. Keeping in fact that their manager Pep Guardiola was a former player of Barcelona, so it's going to be a very interesting game, as they'll be aiming to win it. He will be aiming to win it for Barcelona as well. You know, Barcelona are playing PSG, so it's going to be an interesting match. And Real Madrid also, they are not going to sit back and relax. They are going to fight back and give it all to Manchester City. So it's going to be a tough match. I can't say about the prediction of this game. It's not an open match as that of Arsenal and Bayern. It's going to be a closely contested game, because having seen how they're playing this season, Real Madrid, they have the likes of Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, and Jude Bellingham. They can upset you. Man City as well have Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, the likes of Bernardo Silva, who can as well affect the game positively for Manchester City. So I'm going to let you guys decide and tell me your prediction of this match between City and Real Madrid. On Wednesday, we'll have 2 games played between PSG and Barcelona, and also Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. So PSG have not won the Champions League in their history, while Barcelona have won it 5 times. So it's the 5 times winner versus the team who are fighting for the first ever league title. So looking at their current form in their domestic league competitions, PSG have won 4 times and have drawn once, and they are the league leaders in their league, that is the French Ligue 1. Barcelona, on the other hand, have won 4 times and also drawn once, and they are second, just 8 points behind, 7 points rather, behind league leaders Real Madrid. In overall meetings, they have met a total of 11 times, with Real Madrid or rather PSG winning 3 times, they've drawn 3 times, and Barcelona have won 5 times. In their last 5 games, it's a draw, as PSG have won twice and they've drawn once, and Barcelona on the other hand have won twice as well. The last meeting between these two teams in a competitive match was in 2021, where PSG knocked out Barcelona in an aggregate of 5-2. In the first leg, it ended in 1-1, where in the second leg, it ended in 4-1, with PSG winning 4-1 against Real Barcelona. Remember the Kylian Mbappe hat-trick for PSG and against Barcelona. It's going to be a deja vu again, as PSG are welcoming Barcelona at Parc des Princes for yet another entertaining fixture or the game in the Champions League. I'll be going for Barcelona to win in the first leg of this match. The last fixture in this first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League is Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. That is the Spanish heavyweights Atletico Madrid versus the German heavyweights Borussia Dortmund at the Wanda Metropolitano. In their last 5 games in all competition, to look at their current form, Atletico Madrid have won 3 times and they have lost 2 times. On the other hand, Dortmund have won 4 times and have lost once. So you can see how they have been doing in their respective leagues, with Dortmund in form, while Atletico Madrid have lost form as they have lost their last 2 games. In overall, this team have not met regularly or quite often. They've met only twice, with Atletico Madrid winning the one times and Dortmund winning 1 times as well. Their last meeting was in 2018, where Atletico Madrid won 2-0 in first leg and Dortmund won 4-0 in the second leg. So Dortmund eliminated Atletico Madrid in an aggregate of 4-2. So we've seen how closely contested this game will be, as Atletico Madrid, they are known for their style of play. Many have called them for their dirty kind of play, but that is how they play it. So we know their game. On the other hand, Dortmund have failed to capitalize on Bayern Munich's downgrade in form, and they are in fourth, as only by the Leverkusen, who are now first in that league. But they are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League as well, and they are in form, having won their last 4 games and drawn last 5 games. They've won 4 times and lost only once. I think Dortmund, having the kind of players they have, they will be they'll outplay Atletico Madrid and win the game. Looking at these fixtures, I can see 2 teams who are desperately need to win this Champions League. One team is Arsenal and the other is PSG, that is Paris Saint-Germain. And mostly the team and the manager under pressure to win this title is, or this trophy is, Luis Enrique, that is the PSG's manager. PSG and their owners, we've known them for their hunger to win the Champions League. We've seen them trying. We've seen them sign Messi. We've seen them sign Neymar, and they have Mbappe, just to bring out that moment, to build the momentum and win their first ever Champions League. But it has not been going their way. So I think this year's Champions League, they will be fighting for it. They'll be aiming to win their first ever Champions League, as well as Arsenal, who are facing Bayern. And we know that final there will be like this. On the left side, we have Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid and City. On the right side, we have Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, PSG, and Barcelona. So it's going to be a tough one. So for PSG to reach the final, that is, they will have to face either of Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, and if they were to eliminate Barcelona. And for Arsenal, if they were to be in the Champions League final, they will be facing Real Madrid or Manchester City if they will have to eliminate, if they will eliminate Bayern Munich in that case. So it's not going to be easy for the both teams, but if they're well determined, if they come up together and play their game the best, I think they have a chance, and they can also meet in the final as well.